You ever have one of those moments where you're standing in the middle of your life, broke, lost, and you think, this can't be it. This can't be the story I'll tell about myself. Yeah, that was me 10 years ago. I was flat out broke, carrying just enough in my wallet to maybe survive another week. No backup plan. No rich family. No mystery investor. Just me, a dream, and, believe it or not, an old coffee machine I bought off Craigslist. And here's the wild part, I didn't even like coffee that much. But I noticed something. Every cafe in town was fancy, overpriced, and full of people pretending to be more important than they were. You know the type, $7 lattes with names you can't pronounce, baristas with attitude. Regular folks. They were left out. Coffee was supposed to bring people together, but somehow it became exclusive. That pissed me off. And maybe that's where everything started. So, I took my last bit of cash, sold my old laptop, and rented a tiny stall by the bus stop. No neon sign, no Instagram aesthetic. Just a hand-painted board that said, "Good coffee, $1." People laughed. Some ignored me completely. A few said, "You'll never make it. Nobody wants cheap coffee." But you know what? They were wrong. Because on that first day, one construction worker stopped by. He said, "Finally, a coffee I can afford every morning." The next day, he brought 2 friends. The day after, 5 more. And within a month, I had lines so long that other coffee shops started glaring at me from across the street. But here's where the real twist came. One rainy afternoon, when business was slower, I set out a jar. Instead of tips, I left scraps of paper and a few pens. A sign above it read, "No tips needed. Just write me a note, a wish, or a piece of advice." I thought maybe 1 or 2 people would scribble something funny. But by the end of the week, the jar was full. Messages like, "Don't give up. Your coffee keeps me going at 6 a.m. Dream big. Small things grow. You have no idea how much this $1 coffee means to me." I swear, I kept those notes. I read them every night. And when things got tough, and they did, I pulled them out to remind myself why I started. Fast forward 5 years, my little stall turned into a chain of shops. Today, we've got hundreds across the country. Every single one has that same jar, and the walls are decorated with handwritten notes from customers. People don't just come for the coffee anymore. They come to feel like they belong. And here's the crazy truth, I didn't just build a business. I built a community out of scraps of paper and cheap coffee. So, what's the moral? Simple. You don't need millions to start. You don't need perfection. Sometimes, the smallest idea, the one nobody else believes in, can change everything. Because the secret wasn't the coffee. The secret was listening.